What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. What's going on? It's your transfer update, Man United transfer update. Loads going on, loads breaking this morning. I hope you lot are doing good, man. First of all, I've got to say this. Big up to every one of you for the feedback, the love, the messages from the Flex and KG show the other day. It was sick. It was great fun doing it. Obviously, you guys are going to get the next installment of that soon. I'm not going to tell you when, but you will. But big up, man. The comments were amazing, and you guys really loved it. But today, it's about transfers, man. And you know what? There's a lot going on. Eduardo Camavinga, the news is out. And it's been reported by the Express, the Mirror, but most importantly, in my opinion, RMC. And we're going to talk about that, what that means for Manchester United. They want to talk to his camp. We've got an update on Diego Dallo as well, and also, which I haven't really seen much of, but it was like kind of went under the radar, a KOUNDE bid rejected as well. So we're going to talk about that. Obviously, with the pursuit of Rafael Varane, we need to know what's going on there. Big up to everyone watching as well. Eagle Eyed Football says big up Flex. Big up Flex says Will Chan. What's up Flex says Wada. The mods are there as well. Like, share and subscribe. Also, can I just say, I was saying the obviously road to 50k and stuff like that. Guys, we're at 45k already. It's been a week. Wow, that is like, I'm still taking all of that in, honestly. Like, just all of the positivity, all of the love, like, yeah, it's just sick. So amazing to everyone who subscribed to the channel in the last week or so. If you haven't, make sure you do that now. Smash a like on the video as well. There's over 500 people watching already, which is great, but we're only at like 140 odd likes, so that's not matching up, guys. Let's do something about that and get that. But let's get into it. Aldo says Flex, been missing you, brother. Flex and KG, the Dons, respect. United View all the way, 100%. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate the comment there. Right, let's get into it. RMC, French journalist Mohamed Bahafsi, hope I've said that correctly, has come out and said that Manchester United has officially expressed an interest in Eduardo Camavinga. Man United will even meet his entourage next week to convince him to join United. And this is the interesting bit for me, though. PSG remains the priority of the player. He would like to stay in France, and he's free. This is another big interesting point. He's free from June 2022. Man United officials are trying to convince Camavinga to join the club, while his priority is to sign for PSG in order to continue his progress in France. PSG are still in the race and are waiting for the player's price to drop. So, look, the price has kind of been varied. I mean, I saw people doing it at 80 million and stuff. But to be fair, when you break it down, it can't be 80 million. He's got to go next year on a free. He can go. So it can't be that. I'm saying in between the 50 to 55 million pound price tag. And look, this is a player who's exciting. I'm not going to lie. This is a player who's exciting. He can play holding midfield. He can get about the pitch. He's great in the tackle. He can travel well with the ball. And if you're thinking about him complementing Paul Pogba, yes, he's a lot younger and he is one for the future. But he looks like he's nearly there. I will say that. He looks very exciting. You can't go overboard with things like this. I understand that. You can't just say he's the next Kante, of course not. But you can look at the attributes of the player and say, you know what, he's flipping good. And he is. He's in the French team already. He's had a great season at Rennes. He seems very grounded. He wanted to stay another year at Rennes to keep himself composed. There's a couple of things about this now that I want to talk about. And these are kind of, some are optimistic things, some are pessimistic things. I'll start off with the pessimistic things. The kind of bit where KG's like, you're taking the fun out of it, Flex. Well, this is why. He wants to go to PSG. That's what the main reports are saying. And he wants to stay in France. It's up to us to convince him otherwise. That scares me. Not scared, scares is the wrong word. That concerns me. Because that means what we're saying is that we've got to go in to a player who's got a rough idea of what he wants and say to him, don't go to PSG. You're better off coming here because of X, Y, Z, money, contract. You can play next to Paul Pogba. You can play next to Varane. You can play with Tony. Yeah? You can play with Jadon Sancho, Rashford, whatever. You got to sell him it. Historically, and the way we've been moving, that's not normally our thing. We don't normally do that well. You look at how we missed out on Jude Bellingham as well. That's why this is a big deal for Manchester United. If this materialises and if these reports that are coming out from quite reputable sources, especially RMC, if they're to be led to be true, which is that we're in for him and we're going to talk to his entourage next week. If that happens, it's kind of like Jude Bellingham all over again. He's 18. He's really young. He's got the choice to. He's had a good season, and he's got a high stock, and he wants to move on to that next level of his career. And we want to try and come in and convince him that Old Trafford is the place to be, and not PSG, and not Arsenal. Arsenal mad. Arsenal were in for him as well. And anyway, Arsenal, yeah, you know what? Let me not even disrespect the thing. Arsenal's personally got the £250 million war chest, so they were in for Camavinga as well, and amongst others as well. But what I'm saying is, my point is that we have to convince him to come to us. We didn't manage to do it with Jude Bellingham, young prospect, English, didn't even want to come, and that was from flipping Birmingham to Manchester. It's about an hour and a half drive. Didn't even want to come, rather go to Germany. Haaland didn't work. So that's the pessimistic side. The fact that he's French, he's young, the reports are that he wants to stay in France and he wants to go to PSG. Look at it from the other side, which is the pros of it, is that actually he's only got a year left. He's only got a year left on his contract, and PSG are waiting for his money to come down, the price to come down on that. They're going to sign big with Hakimi, aren't they? They're going to sign big with Ramos, in my opinion, even though that's not done yet. It's going to cost a lot in wages anyway. Are they going to want to spend the 50 odd million, 60 million now when they know he wants to come to them and they can get him for free next year? They're actually in a better position, but we can force the hand a little bit because, Rennes don't want to lose him for free. They don't want to just see him go to PSG, the biggest club over there in France, and just take their best player on a free. So if we come and slap 45 million down now, go in there and be ruthless, that could be a situation that they have got to look at. Araturo says, Flex, do you really think Pogba can play in the pivot for United, even with a great CDM? International football is a bit slow. Plus, Pogba plays with Kante and Rabiot for France, who do more defensive work. Araturo, to be honest with you, to answer your question, I do think he can. Paul Pogba, we're seeing in the biggest games, I know it's not exactly the same, but we've still got good players. But in the biggest game, is he playing in centre mid? That's his best position. Yes, if we change the formation, what if we went with Bruno, Camavinga, Pogba? Maybe that could work. What if we went with Pogba, Camavinga, like you said, and then Bruno next to him? Yeah, in the 10. I think it can happen. So to answer the question, I do think we can. Keegan Liaison says, do you think more players are controlling their futures by running down contracts where clubs request ridiculous money, Pogba, Varane, etc.? I think so. I think the players realising they got the power. And also it's bad. It's not like the clubs ain't aware of this though. Really, it's bad planning from the clubs, in my opinion. If you know what players are on, you know how volatile the market can be, and you know other teams kind of coming in for your players when they see that they're struggling in terms of length on their contract. You know that they're going to be sniffing around like a pack of wolves. So when it does happen, I don't really have any. I think the players should be able to do that. If the team you're playing for is not putting down what you want early enough to make you feel wanted and valued early enough to give you that vote of confidence, then you're completely, entitled to keep your options open. We forget that this is their careers, this is their livelihood, this is their job, this is how they provide for their kids. Yeah, they're on astronomical P's and have amazing lifestyles, and people say, oh, what they're moaning about. But football's a short career. Football's a short career. If you're an amazing player, you might get to your mid to late 30s. But most people don't even make it that far. It's only the top draw players who do, and at the highest level with big contracts. So I don't criticize players for, don't get me wrong, I think they need to show a little bit of loyalty, but I'm not in the camp of, I can't believe they've just done that. It's a job. It's their job. Do you know what I'm saying? And they've got to look after their family and protect their futures. Yellow Bathing Suit says, I will support you till the end, man. Keep it up. I appreciate that, Yellow Bathing Suit. Thank you, bro. And David Naheen says, sorry, KG and Flex Show. Big up, David. I'm sure that's the Delhi guy as well. Big up yourself. David Naheen says, what's up, Flex? Love he meant Flex and KG show. Was amazing, but in all honesty, what are the players we need to bring in that will win us the league? Well, definitely Varane. Definitely, I'm not going to say definitely Camavinga, but that's a good start. Someone of that ilk. Clearly Sancho. I still think we need probably a more potent striker than between Greenwood and Cavani. I'm not sure. Basically like a Kane. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a guaranteed, or a Haaland. I would rather that than a Varane or Greenwood who's not quite there yet. If you're asking, that's for the absolute icing on the cake. But can we mount a challenge? If in my opinion, if we get Varane, Sancho, which is going to happen, we pretty much know that now. We do know that now. And a proper central defensive midfielder and keep Paul Pogba, I think we can challenge next year. I really do. If Ollie plays his cards right, that's when it comes down to the coaching. Manuel says, Camavinga is 18. Shouldn't we just use Ghana at 20? That's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. I think he's got more first team experience though at Rennes than Jimmy Garner, and obviously because Jimmy Garner don't play there. But what I mean is in men football, Jimmy Garner had half a good season last year. Look, on Jimmy Garner, I like him. I think he's going to be good, but he's on loan at Forest. I think he should stay there. I don't even know if he's renewed it, but I think he should, in my opinion. And he should kick on to getting used to men's football on a consistent basis. But back to Camavinga, I think, look, it is one for the future, though. Look, you can't just expect him to just come and light it up straight away. But you look at his attributes, you look at where he's at, you look at what he possesses and how young he is, and it'll be a good investment. You look at, and also, like I was just saying about Paul Pogba, like the vultures are going to be sniffing around because we haven't really planned it well, and he's going into his last year. We have to be on the other side of that coin and say, well, you know what? This kid's going into his last year. Let's exploit that. Let's force the issue. Yes, he wants to go to Real Madrid. Yes, he wants to go to PSG. Yes, he's French and would probably like to stay in France and has kind of set his stalls out already. But let's say, look, we're being serious about this. We got Jadon Sancho. We got who else we got? Varane potentially coming. Sell him the package. Sell it to him. That's what we need to do, in my opinion, in this situation, is go and make that deal happen. I would love to see that happen. Super chat here from Eagle Eye Football says, big moves made, and Flex and KG show is fire. Who do you hope to sign? Also, on a side note, which manager you reckon will fit us? Oh, it's a Palace fan. Okay, big up, man. Thanks for the love, first of all. And at Palace, I think I thought Lampard would have been all right. Lampard, Nuno, I think would have been all right. I would like to see any of them two at Palace. I think that can be a good thing. And who do you hope to sign? I think I just touched on that eagle-eyed football, basically saying about the three positions that we need. And Ibrahim says, I'm Ibrahim saying hello from the States. I'll be happy to join you on a show, brother. Thanks, my request. Big up yourself, Ibrahim. Look, as we keep growing here at United View, there's going to be loads of things happening, loads of chances for people to get involved in stuff. I'm literally a week into the channel and I've been inundated with people that I know already, people that I don't know, DMs, people saying that they want to get involved in the channel. And as this platform grows, you lot will be part of it. I promise you that we're going to be extending and out as well. So 100%, just bear with me. It's a week into the channel. There's so much to come, and I'm mad excited about it. Big up to Sam with the huge super chat. Appreciate that, my bro. I remember Sam when I was on the FIFA streams, always used to come through and show love, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And as David Lee says, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's get the likes up. We've got over 1,500 people watching live, that's a channel record, or about 1,500 people watching live. That's a channel record, by the way. So big up yourselves on that. Round of applause. KG, press the button. If he was here, he would. But we're only at just about 550 odd likes. Let's push that up, guys. We've got over nearly 1,400 people watching over that. So let's get the likes up and do that. So if you're just joining us, latest on Camavinga is that Manchester United are making him a priority. And RMC have reported, and the Express and the Mirror have reported that we're willing to meet his representatives next week. What I will say as well, before I finish off on Camavinga and move on, is the fact that, about, and this is bringing in KG today as well, he's like, Flex, it feels different. Look at who we're linked with. Flex, it feels different. You know what? I have to say, I'm not like KG where I definitely believe that everything's, because again, I want to see people doing underlay, holding up the shirt like this, yeah? But I see why he's thinking that, even though I don't fully agree, because I need to see proof. KG doesn't need to see proof. He like I said, he's got like 40 to 50% sense, so he will just see it a bit and then go with it. But I can see why he's going down that, because you see, like, we're linked with Varane, that is strong. Obviously linked with Sancho, that's going to get done. Then we're linked with Camavinga, but then strong, reputable sources are coming out saying, yeah, United are really in for this kid, and they want to meet with him next week. It doesn't feel different, but it's good to see those links. But it only feels different to me when I see the shirts being held up. It's as simple as that. Karma says Jamaica in the house. Big up to you. Big up my Jamaicans. Funny how Splashnet says, funny how Fred looks better around players under better tactics. You know, there you go. Fred's smashing it at the Copa America right now. Even I saw Fabinho's not even playing. Do you know what I'm saying? And Fred is. If we were to say that in the Premier League, people would laugh. Do you know what I'm saying? OWeb TV says, regarding Camavinga, what happened to him this year? It's been a long time that I did not see him in the French team. A red flag maybe. Well, I believe he's in the French squad. He's on the bench and stuff. He's a young kid. He's very, very young. He's 18. They got Rabiot in there. They got Tolisso in there. Obviously, Pogba and Kante. It's very difficult for him to come into it. Prithvi says Camavinga is a prodigy. And again, with the United situation, I liken it to looking at maybe what they're doing with Jude Bellingham, or well, what they tried to do with Jude Bellingham. Really wanted that young player, central midfielder, great on the ball, great in the tackle. And they missed out. We showed him around Carrington, introduced him to Sir Alex, whatever. And like I said, it's from Birmingham, it's down the road from Manchester. Still didn't come. This is the chance for us to go and be ruthless. If we really want to get this done, Man United got to go be ruthless. Ibro Savic says, I would love Calvin Phillips from Leeds. CDM cheaper than Rice and better than Rice either. CDM cheaper than Rice. Oh, and he's better than Rice. Calvin Phillips, again, I don't know whether it's just me. I don't go too strong on things when I see players doing okay. I just think he's okay. I don't know what you lot think. I just think he's just a decent young player. The same with Declan Rice. I like Declan Rice. I think he's better than Calvin Phillips in my opinion. But again, when I was saying about the Scott McTominay thing, I don't see Declan as like a trillion times better than Scott McTominay. I really don't. You lot might laugh, but that's my honest opinion. And Gwydion says, Romano said we're only going to get a midfielder if we sell Van der Beek or Pogba. Camavinga signing only means one thing for Paul. That's the bit I want to talk about next. You beat me to it. Who sent that super chat? Big up Gwydion Lear. I hope I'm saying your name right as well. I don't know if that's a Welsh name. It seems Welsh, Gwydion. So apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name right. But you make a good point. If you think of the midfielders that we have, we still got Matic, Van der Beek, Pogba. Bruno don't really count because he's a 10. But let's say McTominay and Fred. That's 5 players. Something's got to give. Hopefully it isn't Paul Pogba, but Gwydion's right. You know, if we are going to go for Camavinga, some people need to start moving out the club, out of the central midfielders. They're not going to sell McTominay. Would they sell Fred? Doubt it. Donny. It's open to interpretation what's going to happen there. We need to see. But maybe that's the situation. And Matic is... There's nothing. I haven't heard anything about Matic. Look, a lot can happen in a short time, and there's a hell of a long way to go in this transfer window, to be honest. So there's a lot of room to go. Maybe Matic might get sold, but definitely Gwydion's right. Who's going to leave? Let me know in the comments who you think's going to leave. Gwydion said, I'm assuming it's a man's name. Gwydion said that because it sounds like a man's name. Gwydion said that Paul it only means one thing for Paul Pogba. Do you think Man United are going to let Paul Pogba leave for a cut price of what, 50 million? Even though the rumours are that we're negotiating a contract for him to stay, let him leave and then go buy Camavinga, who's not a creative midfielder, who isn't an attacking midfielder. I doubt that. Maybe it might be a make-way thing for Donny van de Beek. Could we see him go out on loan or get sold? I don't know. I really don't know. But something has to give. Something doesn't have. There's far too many midfielders in there. And unfortunately, ones who aren't good enough. But we need to change our midfield completely, in my opinion. We need Pogba next to someone else who can cut the mustard. Sam says, Phillips shines because of the Bielsa system. If he comes to play under Ollie, he will be under Fred type. Interesting point there, Sam. That's what I mean. Like, it's a cliche, but styles make fights, isn't it? As they say, styles make fights, like they say in boxing. And in the system that Calvin Phillips is in, it's a whole different ballgame coming to Man United and saying dictate play versus a Bielsa side that says, you know, all out attack, all out press, and then you look all right. Like Calvin Phillips is a good young player. He's done okay, but I'm just saying that like he's just done okay. Let's just relax a little bit. Like, he played well against Croatia, and rightly so, got man of the match along with who else played well in that game. I can't even remember, it was so long ago. Sterling got the goal. But he got man of the match because he made the assist and stuff, which was an easy enough assist to make, but he made it. Fair play, well done. But Modric was still balling out. And then the second game against Scotland, I see Declan Rice and Phillips getting the runaround off Gilmore and McGinn. And then against the Czechs, were we amazing? Not really. And then he come off for Henderson. So, look, I just think we just need to be steady on it. I wouldn't personally be trying to buy Phillips for Man United as well. Kande M says, Flex Camavinga cannot be a proper CDM. He is more box-to-box. He's like if Pogba and Kante had a baby. So it's a hybrid between Pogba and Kante. Fair enough, but I don't know. When I see him as a ball winner. Yes, he can travel with the ball, and he can, be a more advanced midfielder, like you said, box to box. But I think there could be a balance there. Look, this is just me hypothetically speaking, and it's got to come from coaching, and it's got to come from a place where we look at it and say, well, for them to play in a system, it needs to be like this or it needs to be like that. That's going to come from the coaching setup, which you guys always say has massive question marks over it. So I agree with that. But essentially, you still have to say, well, attributes-wise, I think he can do that job, in my opinion, Sam. I really do. But big up for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Smash a like on the video, guys. If you lot haven't done that, we're nearly at 800, just over 800 likes. We're nearly at 2,000 people watching. There's no reason why we shouldn't be at a minimum of 1,000 likes plus. GGMUTV in the chat. Hi, it's Ruben's birthday. Can you say happy birthday? Hey, big up, man like Ruben. Is it your birthday today, yeah? Shout out Ruben and check those guys out. Glory, Man United, GGMUTV, man, doing big things. Test and Ruben, big up yourself, man. They're credit to themselves. They're setting a good example for the youngsters their age as well, man. I love to see people just be able to just go and do their thing and just enjoy it and put it onto the next level of youth, because these kids are young, and that's what we need. We've got to inspire the next generation. I love all that. Ehab says like, share and subscribe 100%. Big up to all the mods as well. Jules Koundé, Duncan Castle's reported as well. This kind of just, I want to talk about this real quick. Manchester United offer 45 million euros for Jules Koundé. Offer rejected by Sevilla, who owe a sell-on clause to Bordeaux and are constrained by La Liga spending limit in replacing the French international. Koundé is keen to join Real Madrid. It's interesting because, look, Varane seems to be our number one target, and I do really hope that is. I really do hope that is, because I want Varane. I've made no secret about that. If we sign Varane, I'll be over the moon. I could be completely wrong. We could get Varane and people go, he's not even as good as we thought we'd be. Who knows? But for me, out of Sancho, Camavinga, all of that, I just want Varane. I think he'll be formidable next to Harry Maguire. I really do. I will stick my neck on the line with that one. And if it comes back to bite me in the arse and I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I just got a real good feeling about him. So it's interesting to see that we're still actively trying to get Koundé. I mean, Duncan Castle's reported that the bid went in and the bid was rejected. I find it interesting. Why would we be bidding for him? It's different with monitoring and seeing what's going on as a backup if we're not going to get Varane. But to make a strong 45 million bid for Koundé, knowing that we need to get Varane for 50 million, or I think we need to get Varane for 50 million, does worry me a little bit. It does, because I'm like, well, we're not going to get both. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to get both. Ryan says, Flex, do you agree that Salah is overrated? No, I don't think Salah's overrated. As in people overrate him? Or are you saying, do I just think he's an overrated player? Because I think he's a great player. He's not, you don't score as much goals as he scores if you're not flipping good. As simple as that. Flex, I've only just found your channel today. I'm sure you've talked about it a million times. Yeah, I have. Of why I'm here and why the channel's up here, so big up to yourself. Pogba will be happy to stay with Varane and Camavinga playing behind him. Exactly, French connection, UK. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can start getting that. Romano said we aren't linked with Koundé. I haven't seen him say that. I was just going to check while I'm live, actually, see if there is anything from Romano that's gone out recently. Even though we're at Here We Nearly Go with you know who for the signing of Jadon Sancho, so we have to look at that. But I want to see. That's a good thing about being live. It's always good to see what people are saying while we're live. That's the Diogo Dallo situation. We're going to get to that. And yeah, nothing really from Fabrizio at the moment. Let's have a check. Let's see. Nice. That is not us. Arsenal are now working to... Oh, that's Arsenal. We don't care about them. Hakimi, 60 million plus 10 million add-ons to PSG. Which to be fair, the Hakimi situation is that's what I mean. They're already spending big on him, so we'll have to see whether they're going to want to go and get Camavinga as well, because like they said, they're waiting for his price to drop. But to finish off on the Kounde situation, I do find that a little bit nah. I can't see it. Do you know what I mean? If I'm honest, because why would we go for him if we want Varane? I don't want to see us do that. I want to see us go for Varane straight up. Just get Varane. Do you know what I'm saying? Get Camavinga, get Sancho. That'd be a fantastic window. But to go and get Kounde as well, I don't know. Burnsley says Raphael Varane. Hey, if you know, you know. I do think that's important though. I do think that's important because we gotta have a laugh about stuff, man. Like the transfer window. Here's my thing on the transfer window. Yeah, obviously we have to talk about it with Man United fans, and we're all interested in who we're gonna get. And we have to talk about what's out there in the news. But at the same time, it can get very tedious. It can get very boring. And for one, I'm not really one who just wants to just sit here going like, I think we're going to get him. We might not get him. This person. It's a bit boring. So like I said, on the Flex and KG show and just me in general, you're gonna see me do that. Just have fun with it because you got to talk about other stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? Aaron Jones says, Flex, you're the man. Thanks for the positive vibes. 100%, man. I appreciate that. Aaron Jones. I'm always going to come with the positive vibes. I wanted to touch on this as well, lastly. Diogo Dalot is getting, this is from Sky Sports, Diogo Dalot is getting closer and closer to AC Milan. The operation is almost closed with Manchester United. Only a last effort from all parties remains to reach a final agreement. A lot of contrasting things on Diogo Dalot. Then I saw like Real Madrid were interested in him as well. Which I thought was a bit crazy. Imagine seeing him go to Real Madrid and do bits. That would be something. But at the beginning, it was that Man United weren't really looking to entertain bids for him. They want to keep him. Then for me personally, I know I put the clip out and you guys kind of interacted with it and said you agreed. A lot of you did, some didn't. Basically saying, I just think if we're in for a right back, we ain't really got money to spend like that, because we need to get the priority areas. If we're in for a right back, bro, just let Dalot come back and battle it out with Wan-Bissaka. But the fact they're going to let him go still doesn't solve the fact that that's even more to the point. And Brandon Williams is tipped to leave on loan, and Tuanzebe is tipped to leave on loan. Rah, where's the backups? Don't get me wrong. I think Brandon struggled last year because the year before he had a lot of game time and he was getting quite consistent. And at one point, I hold my hands up. I was saying, wow, Luke Shaw needs to raise his game, man. This kid's good at left back. But then to be fair to Luke Shaw, he went, cool, no problem. Took his spot back. Do you know what I mean? Brandon got that extended run at the end of that season when Luke Shaw got injured against Southampton, I want to say, or whatever it was. And then Brandon saw out the season. Then Brandon got injured himself, actually. Maybe in the same game, I can't remember. But anyway, he got an extended run in the team when Luke Shaw was injured. But then Luke Shaw went from strength to strength. But anyway, if he's going to go out on loan, Tuanzebe's going to go out on loan, and we're just going to sell Dalot. That's 3 young players. Well, don't get me wrong, I don't think Brandon Williams is the answer, but we need someone. We need someone to be back up to right back. Tellez, if hopefully we keep him as Luke Shaw's understudy. You know, we need someone. So that's a lot of players out. Plus, we still want players to leave in central midfield. There's a lot to move. Plus the Jesse Lingard situation. I saw that we're potentially going to give Jesse Lingard a new contract. Now, if that happens, it'll be great for Jesse on a personal if he wants that and it happens. So I'd be happy for him. But I don't see how it makes sense. I don't see how it'll work. I don't see how Jesse's going to play any more than he did why that fed into the reasons of why he wanted to go to West Ham on loan in the first place. Personally, I don't, especially signing Sancho. Where does Jesse play then? I don't get it, man. I'm not sure about that one. Bernardo Alvarado says, Flex, bro. Much love from the 6666. I'm excited to watch your new journey and see United View grow. If you still need more mods, I'd love to help out. Big up yourself, Bernardo. I'll make you a mod shortly. And yeah, again, another reminder of everyone just coming through and showing love and just supporting. It's crazy. I'm looking at like nearly at 50k subs already. We're growing slowly. We're growing organically. We're a small channel, and who knows where we could reach in the future. 1.8k. Come on, Flex. Nearly at 2k watching live. Can we do that? Can we get there? Can we get to 2k watching live? That would be sick. 130k a week as well for Jesse, says Starlord. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. That's what I mean. It's one of them, innit, where you're like, is that really gonna, that makes no sense. This is a player that we want the best for, and I always say that we want the best for Jesse Lingard. This is a player that I want to see the best for. I'm a big fan of Jesse Lingard, and he looks so happy at West Ham. Or even if it isn't West Ham, he just looks mad happy just playing football again. You know, just playing football again. And if he comes back to Man United, I don't think he's going to play football. You know, I really don't. It wasn't even enough to get in the England squad off the back of playing for West Ham and playing well. He just missed the cut. So that just shows you. Where Jesse's at. And I think he needs to make a move to go and play for himself. Big up Tyler MF Durden says big up Flex with the fist. Big up to you. You're great, Flex. Big up, says Faith T. And Sadler says big up, Flex. There's so much big up flexes. Big up to all of you lot as well, man. You know what I mean? Sunday morning. I've got a busy day today as well, though. Busy day today. Doing a watch along on the Don Robbie channel as well for Belgium. Is it Czech Republic? Man, imagine I haven't even checked. That's bad. So check me out over there. And then I'm going to an event that hopefully I'll bring you guys some stuff from there. I'm not going to say too much about that. But out and about, man. Out and about. You know me. I can't sit still. I can't just be in. I've got to be out. And as we start coming out of lockdown and as more things start happening, as the games come back, you're going to see a lot more of that on here on United View. And road to 100k, big up Flex, says Rogie Reinhardt as well. Yeah, 100%. The day that we reach 100k, I'd probably be like speechless. Just holding that little plaque, man. That would be sick. That's definitely an aspiration of mine. Hopefully we get to do that, man. Hopefully we get to do that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's your latest transfer update on United today. We'll be back tomorrow with another video, of course. Some interesting stuff coming next week as well, so keep tuned in for that. Hopefully you guys will like that. I'm excited to bring you some other stuff as well. And thanks for watching. We've done a stream record, nearly 2k watching as well. Before I do leave, there's nearly 2k watching and we're only at 1100 likes. Can we push that up? There's no reason why we shouldn't be at nearly 2k likes as well. And L Sipsy says KG is right, you do whisper. Before I leave, can you lot just clear this up? Don't do the banter on me, yeah, just because like it's funny, because like it's me and KG. I don't do that whole hi guys, it's Flex here. Like, let me know in the comments. Like, he's trolling me, innit? Like, be honest. I don't actually speak like that. I'm not leaving until I find out the answer. I'm literally waiting for you lot to put it in the comments. I'm not moving anywhere until I say, like, do I speak like that? Because I'm not having it. Hit the like on your way out of the door. It says United Fan TV, big up. Do I speak like that, guys, though? Let me know. Yes, you do. No, KG's trolling. I love interacting with you guys. Yeah, says Mohit. Yes, says Kieran. You do, says Fard. You whisper, says Brad. You don't whisper, says Julian. KG is pure banter. I agree with that. Flex, you do need to turn the gain up a little bit. Oh, let me do that right now. He's trolling. Yes, you do. Say it again. KG is right. KG is right. You do. Are you lot really doing that? Are you lot really doing that? Let me turn the gain up a little bit as well. I've just turned the gain up like ever so slightly. Check one. Yeah, we don't want it too high. But yeah, turn the gain up a little bit. But anyway, is that what you lot are really doing? Is that what we're really doing out here? Yes, you do. 100%. Look, comments going off. Nah, you lot are pricks, man. How do I speak like that? Even, do you know how I know you lot are lying, yeah? He's actually pissing me off. I'm going to have to ring him. Nah, I'm ringing him. He probably won't answer. I hope I wake him up. Let's ring him. I'm not having this. He's not going to answer. He knows. He's probably watching saying, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to leave him a voice note. Please go to the voicemail. I want to leave him a stinking voicemail saying I speak like that, to the point where you lot have actually taken it on, saying, like, even if I did speak like that, I would have to talk about it like that all the time. Like, even for me to do it, I would have to go, hey guys. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm going to leave a message. That's what I'm going to do. Leave a message. Listen, this is your fault. Everyone's saying on the stream, oh, you talk like this. Hey, Flex. Hey, I'm Flex, and I take the fun out of everything. I don't speak like that, bro. Watch what I do for you now, anyway. And I hope you're listening to this voice note for no reason as well, and you're pissed listening to it, dickhead. Anyway, I'm out. Catch me on a watch along later on. KG's annoyed me. I can't believe he's actually being serious as well. That's mad. You lot are fully saying I speak like that. Watch next time anyway. I'm going to start changing up my voice, come on some Barry White thing. Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Speak again soon. Peace.